Welcome to the only show that brings you up to speed with the biggest entertainment stories and trending topics. I have with me today Ife. Oh my, what's up?
Hi.
How you doing, man?
Very well, thanks.
Very well. Amazing.
What about you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm recovering. I'm okay. I'm okay. Yeah. So today we're going to start with you know, we always banter and talk about a few things that you guys have probably seen yourself, but let's find out. Kim showed off a new style while announcing a new Skims collection, and you know, we are still amazed. Is that the word? What did you think? Yeah, about the new look generally.
I wasn't feeling it.
I'm not feeling it
Yeah,
either.
but she does that. There's a lot of looks that she's done that I'm not feeling.
And then I saw a comment. Somebody said, no matter how hard you try to look like Jeffree Star, you won't bring Kanye back. Did you see it? You saw that post?
Yeah, because there's a rumor that Jeffree and Kanye had a thing.
And Kanye? Please stop.
Stop
it! How could Jeffree and Kanye...
Don't mind him. That's what Jeffree was going on about on YouTube. There's a lot of guys in his DMs. Oh my God. You haven't heard that one?
Kanye West and Jeffree. No.
Don't mind him. I mean, I don't know.
Oh, it's not. It's possible.
It's very possible.
Kanye.
Yeah.
Kanye might just be like he's finding himself. And
I can tell you all sorts of stories.
Yeah, I can tell you something. Like he didn't mean a thing. He wanted to find out, and he discovered that it's not his thing. So yes, he can go back to the women, and he would just say like that, and everybody will forgive him and move on, knowing that it's Kanye West. Anyways, I'm not feeling the looks though, not at all. I think it is too cosmetic, if you ask me.
But isn't that the babe from day one?
Yes, but this one is just to like, and it's not just bleaching the eyebrow. I'm sure she did something else to her face.
I think it's also the makeup. Like
I think like she got her face pulled up.
Chiseled. I think her jawline is a bit.
Yeah.
But makeup too does that, Sha.
No, I think her face got pulled back.
I've seen this girl do this thing several times before. I think there's just, it gets to a point where you have so much money and you're literally the standard that anything, you can do anything. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, she's not pressured. She's not trying to be like anybody else. If anything, everyone's trying to be like her. So I think it gets you into your head a bit.
But
and then
do you think you can bleach your eyebrow though?
I think it has a nice look. There's a girl here that does that. What's her name? Ashley Okoli. Do you know her?
What did she do?
She's this like Instagram model type thing. She has a gothish look. She shaved off all her eyebrows as well. That's
no, shaving off, I've seen people do that, but you know, bleaching your eyebrow, dyeing.
They do that.
Now, a lot of guys are beginning to dye their beards too.
Yeah, makeup artists bleach. There's a dancer too that I know that has blue eyebrows. Like, people do that. It just, hers is just a bit like, it makes it look like she's sick or something.
Yes, it's not our thing, definitely. And of course, you know what we do? We always have trending videos of the day, and yes, let's take a look at this one.
Slow. Walk slowly, Walk slowly, Grandma. I'm getting you back.
Getting me back for what?
I'm sorry, Grandma. Keep moving forward. Keep moving forward.
What?
Slower.
What? What are you doing?
It's time.
It's time for what?
You know.
Come on, Holden, stop it.
Come on, Grandma. It's time.
No. Come on, we can work something out.
I'm sorry, Grandma. There's nothing to work out. There's nothing to work out.
Oh, don't, please don't. Oh, I can't believe you did that. Oh. Oh. Why?
I'm so sorry, Grandma. Here's another one. Are you ready?
Stop.
Are you ready?
Stop.
I'm so sorry. You're not supposed to laugh yet. Why?
Amazing. I wish we had, you know, such relationships with our grandparents out here. Did you ever have that type of relationship with your grandma or your granddad?
No, but I think I've seen a few of them now on TikTok where like they have really cool relationships. But I feel like that's the kind of grandma I want to be. Like you're still living your life, you're still playful, you have energy,
of course,
you know, all that kind of vibe.
And I think we're definitely going to be that those types.
Yeah, we're already kind of even seeing, even with our the moms, the new moms now are a lot more cooler, a lot more friendly with their kids and stuff like that. So
Yes, it's a new generation, and let's see how, you know, it's been helpful as well, because I've seen, you know, people that are raising kids now, and the kids are actually doing amazingly well. You know, one would have thought that kids of our generation would be so
somehow
spoiled.
no.
You know, I've had a few friends that, man, their kids are actually, you know, doing well, you know, properly trained, and I'm like, great, you're doing great, boy.
So yeah, being on Instagram and having plates for us does not stop them from actually achieving a lot of things.
So doesn't stop them from being parents. Yeah, exactly. Anyways, let's move on. So Nollywood practitioners are increasingly reacting to the theatre, art and motion pictures of Practitioners Association of Nigeria's decision to bar its member directors from working with actresses Iyabo Ojo and Nkechi Blessing Sunday. In a shocking press statement announced by TAMPAN executives, the association blacklisted the actresses for allegedly making disrespectful comments about the Yoruba film industry. TAMPAN's reaction has, however, sparked online reaction, especially from Nollywood practitioners who feel the association has chosen an unfair stand against the actresses for speaking up against alleged sex offender Baba Ijesha. What do you think? If this has to do with Baba Ijesha, then it's a serious problem.
What do you mean?
If these people are being, you know, sent out because of how they spoke on.
That's what it is.
Yes, I know, but because of Baba Ijesha, because they stood against Baba Ijesha, then there's
That's what it is.
I don't want to believe that's what it is.
Like,
I think it's because they just spoke negatively about the Yoruba film industry.
And why were they talking bad about the Yoruba film industry?
Because of Baba Ijesha.
Okay, so...
So what are we saying? That is okay? Are we saying it's okay?
How is we? Am I TAMPAN? Are we tampon?
What's your take on this?
It's ridiculous, Ife. It shows that we're not, feminists are not overdoing it. We have a serious problem. Can you not see that?
In the society.
Like, can you not see that women really need to get on top, control how they eat their bread, because these men are moving mad.
It's not just about men. I think even man.
If there was not a single woman on that table, it is about men. It is about that.
No,
if that table was diversified, if that table was equal, meaning that we had a female representation, they would have made a speech when Baba Ijesha, this whole thing even started. They would have condemned it, because people would have spoken up to, even if those guys don't think like that, at least there will be somebody that can educate them, because it's not even a crime to be ignorant, but at least you have the willingness and the access to that knowledge. Do you get what I mean? Those people would have made a speech about that. But when you have put yourself in this godlike form and you've kept that notion going, you talk anyhow and you behave anyhow. That's the problem with lack of diversity. Same thing we saw with Jovert. It's not like I didn't know he meant harm, but your make was not diverse. If it was diverse, you would have known. Which is why we need equality. So the whole thing is a shame. I am not surprised at all.
I don't want to make it a gender-based, you know, thing, because I think if a man too had said something negatively about the Yoruba film industry.
Oh yeah. Should I bring the names out, because they already did? Yes. Do you remember that even this guy that said I covered your face, he was talking then. The guy that did he has great Lord, this is bad because I don't know their names. He has great eyebrows. That he made a speech when Iyabo Ojo and all those people were making noise. Men against came out. Yes, they said if I don't twist the story. It is bad. It is not just about the Yoruba industry. No, it is about the fact. No, it is also. It is about. What did they say? What did they say with his mouth?
Yoruba industry.
And that what happened?
I don't know about the whole Baba Ijesha thing. I don't want to put that there.
Why would you not want to put that there?
During the Baba Ijesha saga that these people spoke up and they spoke.
If I say that the Yoruba industry is not opening, is not defending comedian Princess and her child after another Yoruba industry practitioner has assaulted them, and then I get chastised for that. How is that not about Baba Ijesha, Ife? Don't if it's bad, don't try and make it look like something that it's not. Don't rap
I'm saying,
you know what you want to do? You want to package BS, no. You want to package BS with a nice rapper.
And
it is what it
as
is.
a lawyer now, that if they take this case to the court of law,
why would they take it to the court of law?
And you want to bring...
There's no criminal offense. Why are you putting law? If I talk your...
Why can't I put law?
It's not a criminal offense. So what are you saying?
Well, but they can say we're not allowed, that you guys can't take us away from this thing, and they want to, you know, fight it in court or pose it in court, so they can actually take it to court.
These girls that are telling that they don't care, and they're going to keep on speaking their minds.
I'm just saying, if it was taken to court, what would TAMPAN say? Would TAMPAN say, oh, it was during the Baba Ejisha? They would separate the Baba Ejisha saga, and they would only talk about the things that was said about
let's go with your motion.
Yeah.
Is it still bad that I'm calling out an industry for not defending or not vehemently making a stance about child molestation? Okay, so
what?
What are you saying?
What I'm telling you is that they are giving you the reason why these people have been kicked out.
And, okay, based on that reason, if it doesn't make sense to you, I'm saying now that...
You are not getting me. I thought it was ridiculous at first. That was the first thing I said. I'm just saying, I just don't want to believe that anyone in their right senses would want to run off the back of Baba Ejisha. And I actually read it, and I discovered that these people actually have a stand as to not say negative things. They have a code of conduct. You can't talk about certain industry. I can't be working in PlusTvAfrica and go out there and be insulting PlusTvAfrica.
You need to stop talking. Because the day that PlusTvAfrica stands behind a child molestator that is illegal, I feel like that goes out the window. So I don't know what you're talking about here.
Because you don't want to. All I'm telling you
You're trying to defend rubbish.
I am not defending. You're getting this absolutely wrong.
Okay.
You know what? Should we move on to the next story? Because
you're not
getting it now. What I'm telling you is these people have a stand. They have a reason why they are saying we are kicking these people out, right? Or we are suspending them, or you shouldn't do anything with these people. Now, they are not saying, they are separating themselves from Baba Ejisha saga. Now, it is because we have brains that we are able to put 5 and 6 together.
I think they don't have brains.
But I'm telling you that they have a stand.
That what?
In court. If they actually want to go to court, there's a reason. It is separated from Baba Ejisha. It's because we know that we know that, okay, this is off the back of Baba Ejisha.
Okay, let me ask you.
And now we're trying to make it a gender-based thing. And my question is, you said there are men who also spoke against the Yoruba film industry, but I haven't seen any. Yes, now.
Okay.
Which one?
Okay. If your first point about if it was a court of law, whatever. I would argue that there is bias in that stance, and that it is a what they call a facade to make it look like it is just about the Nollywood industry, because it's not just about the Nollywood industry. It's because of the fact that the Nollywood industry did not do justice, did not play a big role, or did not play their role in making sure that they were on top of the case between the two practitioners, and so therefore TAMPAN still has no case. Whether it is directly about Baba Ejisha or TAMPAN, whether it's directly about whatever their name is, whether it is directly about Baba Ejisha or directly about the industry, is still bad, because the association has failed either ways. For somebody that it's not even like an actor, somebody outside, 2 actors. And you haven't said anything, you have not, that's the approach I thought you would bring, because this does not even matter on the large scale of things. What is bad here is that you have an association that's supposed to be leading and pioneering a body of actors, and something as serious as this has happened, and there was no emphasis until you want to chastise, as in you are more sore about your ego than child being molested by your actor. Are you okay?
I totally understand all of that, and I think that's the first thing they should have done, and which is why I'm happy that a lot of celebrities are in solidarity with.
A lot of men came out that time. I don't know if you remember the guy that said, he said, I don't understand. Help me understand it. There was a video. I think we've played it on the show. But he's not a Yoruba actor. He's a English actor. Big glasses, gray hair. He's dark skin. He made a video saying, help me. He made this very sarcastic question. So are you telling me, somebody said, and then he now like made a joke, and then, not a joke, but like a rhetorical question ending. So I like make it make sense. Heaps of people talked about this Baba Ejisha stuff when it first came out.
Yeah.
Either they wrote on their stories. So it's not like as if these women were the only ones who were fighting for comedian. Maybe not as gingered, because we knew that, what's it called, Iyabo Ojo took that thing personally. And you see what really breaks my heart. And maybe you might not understand this. Maybe even some people might not understand this, is that
the Yoruba movie industry out in particular. So like all of you in the Yoruba movies, when you are hypocrites, you are this,
are they not?
Them names.
And so is it, where's the lie? Is it defamation of character? Because it was true. So what is your point?
No, the fact that some people do not want to get involved doesn't mean they can't. Everybody can be as gingered as Iyabo Ojo.
First of
and
all,
they have it is
first
their
of all,
opinion.
I follow the story into two.
It is their opinion not to talk.
Iyabo Ojo made that statement after that lady in the UK, that was a Yoruba actress, came out and said that she's never seen Baba Ijesha even with a woman. And that these girls are trying to paint people bad. Be careful of people like Iyabo Ojo, stopping Iyabo Ojo. That's when Iyabo Ojo came out and said that hypocritical statement. She's never for once said everybody must have ginger. What she's saying is...
No, she's come out to call out the industry.
What she was saying, and so bloody what? Exactly. Why are you not speaking about things? I don't understand.
Everybody's opinion. Everybody cannot be as gingered about
it's not a ginger. It's not a ginger.
Everybody don't have to speak up. If I choose not to speak up about Baba Ijesha's issue, doesn't mean I'm supporting Baba Ijesha. I'm not just speaking up. I'm not just getting involved.
Have you never heard that statement that if you stand for nothing, you fall for everything? Have you ever heard that?
Hey, that's if I stand for nothing. What if I stand for other things apart from that?
We're talking about that.
Yes.
We're talking about that, so that makes no sense. We're talking about that particular thing. What do you stand for? Because you have to stand for something. If not, again, you fall for everything.
Well,
so it's not a strength. As in, like, even if you get involved, you don't get involved. There is a communication. That's why her statement was very powerful. Iyabo Ojo's response, where she said silence is not golden. You see, you think your silence is cool. It's not. So when you don't speak for something, you have already spoken.
So what do you say that everybody in the Yoruba space should have spoken?
Everyone who had the authority to should have, yes.
Every one of them had the authority to.
There's people that who much is given, much is expected. These TAMPAN people should have said something, they didn't.
Of course.
There's people that are in charge that collect dues, they should have said something, but they didn't. People that were close to comedian Baba Ijesha should have said something, but they didn't.
I'm talking about the people Iyabo Ojo shaded now.
Please, what are the people that Iyabo Ojo shaded?
Every other actress, every other actor.
Based on what, exactly?
Based on insulting the industry and saying that all of you in the Yoruba movie space, you're all hypocrite. It's like me coming out now to say everybody that works in Plus TV, you guys are.
If we sit here and promote bad things and we're keeping quiet about it, if that's what it is, it is hypocritical.
Yeah. Anyways, let's move on to the next story. Star actress Adunni Ade has continued to speak about a 3-year ban from the English-speaking part of the Nigerian film industry. In a recent Instagram live chat, the American-Nigerian actress recounted how hurt she felt during the period where she suddenly stopped getting roles from casting directors or producers. I was knocked off English, she wrote. I was knocked off English part of Nollywood for a few years, and it was at that time when my career should have been up there, getting recognized and getting awards that was recognized all over Africa and being part of projects that had grossed millions in the cinema. Then from nowhere, being pushed out of the scene. That hurts. It was for about 3+ years. I am still not there, but I am working my way back up. I found another strategy to get back up there. Adunni shared a clip on Instagram Live in case you want to see that. And yes, so.
Again, I don't know how you can say that this is not a gender thing, because everyone is getting lashes. What about Yomi Abi? What's his surname?
Fabi.
Yes, Yomi was very vocal as well.
How is this on a gender thing again?
Ife, I'm saying that there is a pattern here. Women in the industry are getting bullied to silence for whatever reason. How many times, if you can give me one example of a man that has come out to stand for something and has been blacklisted.
Was she standing for something when she was blacklisted?
Ife.
This Adunni Ade story, what was she standing for?
I'm asking you, they're all interconnected. I'm saying that when the industry...
This was 3 years, like it was a long time. It was not even 3 years ago, it was a long time ago.
Is gender equality just starting today? Is it starting on Baba Ijesha's story? The industry in itself has a problem. Can you not see that?
Do you realize that there are female movie producers and directors? They're not just men. Do you realize that? And she hasn't gotten a role from even a female producer or a female
because she
director.
was blacklisted. Who blacklisted her? Is it the female director and producer? There's no people on top.
And so are you telling me there's no woman at that top?
Okay, TAMPAN, there's no woman at that top. Can I say that?
But
can I say that?
That TAMPAN
Did you see any woman there?
Woman.
Did you see any woman there?
That's impossible.
I hope so too.
That is so impossible.
I hope so too.
I don't know
what
I know it is not even in 2021.
I feel like you have high hopes for these people. You're
gender inclusive.
Bad...
They see even if they are 8 men, at least 2 women. These people are not dumb.
I hope so too.
They'll put at least 2 women.
I hope so too, but I can bet you that there's a chance that you are wrong and that there's no woman in that thing.
You.
But do you know that we're still in that space in Nigeria, in a lot of aspects of this country where there is no diversity.
There is no woman at all.
I'm telling you.
No, well, I haven't seen that in a long time.
But do you know? Or do you think that we're all diverse everywhere in this country? As in everywhere there's women and men?
No, of course not. Okay. But I'm talking about basic places like Lagos, Abuja,
so you think that the whole of Lagos, all the authorities are diverse?
Yes, no.
Unfair.
I mean, no, they know they are going to be backlash. They know they are going to be backlash. So even for the sake, even if they are not going to, even if they are never going to call the women for the meeting, they will be part of it.
You think that all men care? You see, I like that you are projecting, because I know that in your heart it does not make sense. So you are using that to talk.
I'm telling you that
a lot of people think that way, Ife.
So are you telling me, okay, they have a whole body?
Because me, when I check TAMPAN, I don't see any man. I don't see any woman's name.
You went to their website.
Oh, why would I not go to their website? Someone I've never heard of before. And Jide Kosoko was a big favorite in my family, so I was very surprised as to why the heck he's talking like that. The first thing I went to do was look for them online. Who are these people? Did they just start? I don't see any.
And then another thing, I know TAMPAN at some point, released a statement during the whole Baba Ijisha thing. So we can't say they never spoke up. Because I remember, I can't remember what was in it, but I know we spoke about it on this table.
We did not speak about it on this table.
I don't think
I've never heard of TAMPAN. I was around for Baba Ijisha.
We spoke about Baba Ijisha.
When Baba Ijisha's thing was happening, I was around,
they actually
there was no
said
TAMPAN.
TAMPAN. Why are you making us call it TAMPAN? Dude, they are disgusting like that.
Yes, they are just as useless as that, in my opinion.
Tampons are useless.
Very. The woman banned it.
Are tampons useless?
Yeah, I don't understand. Do you use it to fry egg?
But it helps you.
But you dispose it after.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Anyways, what I'm trying to say is I don't want to believe that, TAMPAN doesn't have any woman on their,
There's still work to be done, Sha. It's not that we have not arrived.
But let's come back to Adunni's story.
Oh, yeah.
Now, Adunni's story has nothing to do with gender inequality. It has nothing to do with disparity. It has nothing to do with all of that. This lady was blacklisted. She did not tell us why. She could have just offended one woman, and that woman was the one that said, "Don't use her again." So it's not a case of our own was not official ban.
Okay,
she just stopped getting
when
rolled.
I said that,
She can't even answer.
Directly to Adunni, so it was a compilation of everything. I'm saying that in this particular atmosphere at the moment, what you're seeing is that women are coming out to talk about them being oppressed for whatever reason. That's where I'm coming from. It's not a direct thing that I'm saying. I know for a matter of fact that Adunni was cancelled out because she was a woman. That's not what I'm saying. So in that statement you just made, I agree to that. Again, it's just an atmospheric thing that I was coming from. In regards to her story, she needs to give us a reason why. For me, this is a half-baked gist. It's not a crime to be blacklisted, because if you mess up, you can be blacklisted. So again, half-baked gist. Until I know that you are a victim of unfairness or injustice, then we can now start talking about what were the factors that had that. America now, you will say, okay, she was a black woman. There are obvious things that in certain climates that can result to injustice, which is unfair, but at least we understand where it's coming from. So for me, if it isn't that she hasn't done anything wrong or whatever, they will not start to play guess games as to why she did that. But either ways, I think it's still unfair because you're allowing her to work in the Yoruba scenes, but you're not allowing her to work in the English. Like, it didn't really make that much sense.
Yeah, because they're different scenes now. There's Yoruba wood, what do they call it? Then there's Nollywood.
But what behavioral display could she have done that
Maybe she
can
gets there
work for
late.
Yorubas but not work for English? Like, make it make sense.
No, well, I don't know about that industry, but I'm just saying that there's so many reasons as to why she could have been blacklisted. Maybe she has a nasty attitude and set. Maybe she gets...
She don't have it in Yoruba,
maybe
in
she
the Yoruba industry.
Well, maybe they are okay with it, because most of them actually have nasty attitudes over there. So I'm just saying.
Oh,
but
my God.
at the end of the day, I think, you know, the English space is more structured, if I can put it that way. It's more structured than the Yoruba space.
Okay, so maybe she lacked enough structure for the English space.
For the English.
Either ways, we cannot speak for her. I think she should complete the gist and let us be able to summarize it nicely.
Alrighty.